Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it.
We got it
Hey.
working. We got it working.
Oh,
Yes.
it's so pretty outside. I'm so jealous.
I be having to come outside and get a little sunlight, get a little sun.
I need to too. I want to go topless on my the way my back porch is set up. I want to put some cheesecloth or something over here, and I need some sunlight to hit me. Look at me. I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
too bright skinned. Like I don't. No, I need to be chocolate Keisha for the summer.
Always look.
Yeah, I need to be chocolate Keisha for the summer. I don't like this. It ain't looking right.
Like
Hey,
that little
Jen.
glow and flow.
You remember Jennifer
Hi,
from
Jennifer.
in Florida? Remember I told you I
Wow.
met the lady in the hallway and she was like, "You need to start back making your videos." And I was like, "Okay, I promise."
Yes. Thank you,
And we was having a
Jennifer.
Jennifer, you're the reason for the season, girl. She talked. Hey, Amanda. We were just on the phone having a great conversation. And I was like, this needs to be on YouTube. I'm glad you got your bells and notifications on so you can hear it.
Yes.
We was talking about what we were talking about today, Tanisha.
RIP residing in poverty. And I love this so much. Because I'm like, look, we say RIP when somebody passed away, but a lot of people is already they RIPing as well because they're still residing in poverty and they're okay with that. I like that RIP.
Yeah, that's another t-shirt. When I get through, I have like 800 different t-shirts, that
Hmm.
I wear. And you made a really good point about working 20 and 30 years on a job and still, what did you say? I don't want to misquote you. You said something really good.
No, I was just saying, for one, I was talking about how, do you want a job or do you want financial freedom? Because if you just want a job, that's where you go out and you work those 40 years to retire and you still not financially free. And then you still have to end up going back to work. But then when you really want financial freedom, you work towards that. Your work ethic shows that this is what I'm working for. And within the next, 5 to 10 years, you could be in a situation to where you are financially independent.
I really wish that I've known the things that I know now about business. I wish I would have known back then, right?
Absolutely.
I was so loyal to a company that I wasn't loyal to myself, right? And when I sit back and look at I don't like to sound like all my good working years, but all my good working years, your good working years is your 20s and your 30s.
Hmm.
Like those are when you have the most energy, the most about yourself. And it's like, at 40s you have your wisdom, but in your 20s and 30s, like if I had the body and the energy plus the wisdom that I got, I'd be a
Oh, it'll be
bad
over.
son.
It would be over. Look.
Hey Jackie. Yeah, I would be a bad something. And women don't talk about growing old. And I was like, you know what? I really want to start really mentioning about what are we doing in our golden years. People don't really like to think of this as our golden years to really put our feet down and plan a legacy. And how will people remember you? Big
Woo! And yesterday was Memorial Day. I love it. How are people gonna remember you? What would they
Hey
remember
Shula.
about you?
And that's the thing. When you leave here, what will people say about you? Like, I wrote my obituary in my 20s when I was 29. Then I wrote it again at 39. Then I wrote it again at 49. I write my obituary every 10 years. And I think that I do so because people will say, everybody obituary say the same thing. They were born on this day to him and her. They confessed Christ at an early age. They went to this school and just hope she's not too busy so she can jump in. And I know, tell her I said hi, Tesla. Tesla.
I like
Teslia.
that name.
Remember, I told you that she works in home office. I love her too.
I
But
love
when
that
I
baby.
sit up and I
Yeah.
think about everything about it, they have the same obituary. Then they say they went to school here, they graduated, they worked here. And then in the last paragraph, then you have a paragraph about this big, Tesla, and that's her name. Paragraph this big about where you work, and then it was leaving love and memories. I'm like, yeah, they married their childhood sweetheart, and then this union, 3 kids was born. And hey, Robert,
Mm-hmm.
3 kids were born, blah, blah, and blah, blah, and blah, blah. And they lead a memory to whoever they lead a memory to. Now, I wasn't married to nobody, right? And I already told my kids, don't mention they're one of y'all daddies. It's like they never existed. Don't put that. I don't. And if I'm not married, nobody gets to be a special friend either, right?
Right.
No record, no shout out, baby. No shout outs. They'll get
Nobody
no.
get no shout
They get no
out on
shout
that.
outs, right? None. I don't even. Hey, I lived alone with some cats. Let them think what they want to think, right? No, no
But
shout
I left
outs.
a legacy though. But I left a
I left a
legacy. And
legacy.
my kids.
That's the thing. I want to make sure that I leave a legacy, and I don't really at this stage in my life. I don't really have time to play. Like me and B, hey, what's up? Look, what's up? Like I be so. Well, what's up? What's your plans? I may let you kiki for a minute, but you ain't gonna kiki. You kiki, but before that last key is over, I'm on another type of time. I have to be building my legacy. And if you're not coming here to help me build a legacy, what are you coming here to do? At this point, you got to be coming here to occupy some time or be a distraction. Taking up space. Taking up space. Robert play too much. Robert is my YouTube boyfriend, so I only see him when I come on YouTube. Girl, he'll be gone as soon as we hit this off button. He ain't on nothing either. Don't get used to Robert. Robert pops in and professes his love. He confesses love for me, and then Robert be gone.
Probably.
Robert be gone.
See.
Robert be gone. I don't know where Robert be. Robert, he comes in for the lives, girl. He my boyfriend while I'm on live.
Then after that he disappeared.
He disappear. Yeah, he good for entertainment. Robert good for entertainment. Shout out Robert.
That's how most of them are though. They good for the entertainment.
But entertainment at a certain age become distractions.
Right. I'm cool. I can entertain myself.
Yeah, you should have called me when I was looking for some entertainment. I had some time to kind of spare with you back then. Now I'm like, well, what up? What's your plan? If you ain't got no plan, you need to move around, all the way around. And that's the thing. Like, what's your plan? What's your plan? What you trying to do? And even sometimes I gotta ask myself, Keisha, what's your plan? What's your
Mm-hmm.
plan? Right? Because if not, you're gonna be residing in poverty.
R.I.P.
And let's talk about the other one is gonna be residing in potential. Everybody got potential,
Ooh.
right? Let's talk about resting in perfection. I can't get started until it's perfect. I can't get started until I get it right,
Oh.
until I lose weight or I gain weight or I get married or I get divorced or I have a baby or the baby grow up. Ain't no perfect time. Done is better than perfect.
And I
Done is
love when
better
you
than
said when you
perfect.
say that. He said I like the potential. I love that. Residing in potential.
I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to show up, right,
Mm-hmm.
to the best of my ability with the best of my knowledge and do what I came here to do. Change the game. Just
That's
change the
it.
game. Change the game. Financial literacy, especially in areas that I live in and grew up in, and people who look like us. This is a whole mission.
It's a
It's a mission.
crusade. And
And
it's
I feel
extremely
like I'm on a
rewarding, though.
crusade.
Hmm.
So, Tanisha, what made you decide to actually join the crusade and change your ideas about how you come up with money, how you handle money, what do you do with your money, how you teach people how to handle their money? What made you decide that you wanted to do something different?
Honestly, my own personal finance. Taking a look at my own self. Sometimes you got to be able to take a look at yourself in the mirror and realize something is broken. What can I do to fix this thing? What can I do to fix it? So just looking at that, already knowing that this was something that I was misinformed about. So once I became educated on it, I'm like, look, I got to tell everybody I know about this. Like, you have to learn this. Something they don't teach us that in school. They don't sit down and talk to us. We don't have those opportunities as other people have in their communities because what's on our blocks. I was just talking to you the other day. All we have is churches, liquor stores, um, payday loan places. You know what I'm saying? The lottery. We have a lot of things that take away from us, but we don't have anything in our communities that are adding value at all. Nothing to teach us, nothing to add value.
I think about that a lot, and I think about, for me, the crusade was and has been generational wealth. I think about the people who love me the most, my
Hmm.
father and my grandmother. And when both of them died, they only left me by myself,
Been there.
right? They left
Been there.
me alone. Now, I was not in debt. I wasn't in
Hmm.
debt, but they left me by myself. And it made me think, if they would have left me $250,000, it wouldn't have brought them back.
But it definitely could have changed the game for
It
real.
would have definitely changed the game, to definitely change the game. And when I found out that I can make $200 and $300 in an hour, it
Woo,
changed
that
my
really
life.
changed the game. That really changed the game for real.
Ladies,
Now
I'll
that
be in the
that really
airport.
does.
Yeah, $200 and $300 an hour, sitting in your house with basketball shorts on. Because today I got on some bottoms, but I usually just have on basketball shorts. When I thought I don't have to leave in the snow, I can stand in the house. I can teach financial literacy from my home, and I can make two, three, four, five, $600 in an hour. And I don't have to change dollars for hours. The crusade is great, saving lives is great, but teaching other
Time freedom.
mothers,
Time freedom.
ah, that was something I never had. Do you know this is the first winter of my adult life that I didn't have to leave and go to work? I've
And I
been
know that
working since
felt
I was
good.
19.
Ooh, I
I
know that
worked
felt
one
good.
job for 10 years, another job for 20 years, and this was the first winter that I did not have to go outside.
That's a blessing. That's a huge blessing. And still make good money in less time, less work. You
It
still
changed
working.
it changed my life though. It changed my life, but I will say this. I will say that if I had to go back and talk to my younger self, don't give your best years building somebody else's business. Don't give your best years um, fighting to make somebody else rich. Make sure you are living on half of your income. Make sure that if you working for somebody 9 to 5, you sure in the shit need you a 6 to 12, a 6 to 11. You need to be spending at least half the time that you're building somebody else's business, building your own.
Hmm.
And beautiful distractions. I mean, I've had some of the best, oh,
Beautiful
boyfriends
distractions.
ever.
Look,
Beautiful
beautiful.
distractions. But if they not really coming to help you get from one level to the next, what they there for?
Push on. You can push on.
Oh, I done
That's
broke
it.
my nail. I done popped all my fingernails out to go get my nail done, but I done tore one of my fingernails all the way down. So I gotta wait till it grow out.
And here, uh-huh.
It hurt bad. It hurt bad. But yeah, I don't want to I don't want to. This is something that just came up in my spirit, so I guess I need to say it. I did must have get some fingernail because it feels like some on my tongue. But I don't want to leave this earth with an unfinished mission. That's the thing. I am one of my closest friends. Her name is Jackie. She's a Cancer too, like you. My grandmother was a Cancer. My sister a Cancer. I'm always surrounded. My brother is a Cancer. My niece is a Cancer. My favorite cousin, Elbert, is a Cancer. I'm always surrounded with cancers in my life because they have that nurturing side. I don't really have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. I come in with a kind of personality. And I do realize that in financial services, a lot of times we do need the but the teacher in you and the educator in you always allows to it gives me a space to kind of sit back and kind of watch how you explain financial freedom, how you talk about leaving a legacy, how you tell them you can start a college fund for $25 a month or mutual funds for $25 a month, where a lot of people come to the hood and tell them you need 15,000 to start. You
Mm-hmm.
need
No,
2,500 to start.
have it. No, we don't have it.
And they know we don't have it. Why you here? Why you here? Right? They talk about, I've heard you talk about how, it was against the law to give black people term insurance,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because and my grandmother talked about that. They would only give us whole life insurance because there was only $10,000 and $15,000 was like the max policy. It was enough to bury us. But other generations was getting 200,000, a half a million, a million. We weren't able to get that. So that really made me really look into term insurance different. It made me look into it different, and it made me look at what was the missing piece. When I have people of other races coming and saying, "Hey, I need to get a million on my mom." You know how much that costs? I mean,
They
like,
want
is
to
what I'm
transfer.
thinking.
The goal is to
But
transfer wealth.
the goal is to transfer wealth. If four people got $1 million on mom, when your mom dies, all four of y'all get $250,000 a piece. Y'all are buying money. Life insurance is selling money until you acquire money.
That's
That's
it.
all that is. It's
Yeah.
all it is. But no one is having that conversation because we are RIPing, right? We residing in poverty. We spend the most money on clothes and shoes, and we gonna look the part. But when somebody die, they selling fish.
Hmm. The first thing they ask about.
Did they have
Did they have
insurance?
life insurance? Who they have insurance with? Now you know good and well they didn't have no life insurance. Mom, you know your son didn't have life insurance. Why? Did you talk to him about having life insurance? As a matter of fact, do you have life insurance, Mom? And see, a lot of parents they really don't.
Oh, they say
That's the
I got
first
it on
thing.
my job.
That's ooh.
I got it on my job. How much you got? I don't know. Who is with? My job. I don't know. Is your kids on there? I don't know. What's the terms on there? I don't know.
The only thing they
Um,
know it was free and somebody gave it to them.
but why did
They
they
don't
give it
know
to
the
them?
exclusions because it's a
Why?
write off.
It's a write off.
It's a write off.
It's a write off.
Why wouldn't I offer it to you? Why
My
wouldn't I give it
job
to you?
handles that. Why does your job handle that? Because it's a write off.
And it's beneficial to them because
It's
it's their
very
policy.
beneficial.
It's their policy at the end of the day. So guess what? If you was while you was working and you passed out and you passed away or whatever the case may be, if you don't believe that your family gets that 10,000, but I promise you somewhere back there, the
They
job
getting a
gonna they
hundred.
gonna get off top
They got
off
some
top.
on you too,
Cause
but
you
they gonna
left. First
top
of all,
top.
you left here. You left here. Now I got to go out here. I got to pay somebody else to put some more ads out here so we can get somebody back in here. I got to hire somebody. I got to train them to do what I just taught you to do. That costs money. So you set up here and you didn't died on me. So I got to pay somebody else to get in here. So yeah, I got a life insurance on you too. Because again, what is it? Transfer of wealth. That's what we're doing. Yeah, you transferring that back to me.
Yeah, I definitely need to make sure that my employer don't have any on me because I'm sure I know for sure he has some on me. But
All them years.
what's supposed to happen is they're supposed to send you a certificate on cancellation of insurance
Mhm.
after you no longer work there anymore, right? But I haven't got mine as of yet. But I'm going to ask for it in writing. I'm going to make sure that
Mhm.
I ask for it and I need to see it because I no longer work for you. But people don't talk about that dead peasants insurance. How when you pass away, you may not get nothing, right? But the company gets three, and that it's on YouTube. It's a lot of videos about dead peasant insurance. How these companies
Mhm.
get rich when you pass away, right? I don't want to ever bad mouth my employer because at one time we were really good friends, right?
Mhm.
But I don't love your family more than I love my family. And
Exactly.
I can look, I know you don't love my family at all, right? So you got to be mindful to check into these things. You got to be mindful to know that these jobs don't love you, right? And you got to know that while you're building a legacy, they're building one too, off the sweat of your brow, and they're going to pay you as least as possible. It was
Exactly.
funny because I had someone to call me and tell me when I was no longer at the job how um, my former boss was jumping through loopholes to get the new manager all the things she needed. I was begging, can we come up with this system? Can we do this? Can we do that? You couldn't do it. I met her. She said I told him he was gonna do it. So I don't know. A lot of times people like, yeah, he did it because she was white. I could see that because the funny thing is, most of the
Mm.
people, and this is just the truth, most of the non-white people quit on him a major times. I always hired him back. I never quit.
Exactly.
I never quit. Never left. Wasn't even planning to. Not for a while because I knew my job like the back of my hand. But when you have a better calling, a bigger calling, something else you're supposed to do, you're gonna have to figure that thing out because you'll be miserable every single day. Especially when
Yes.
you're not valued.
Exactly. Sitting up there in front of your job, sitting up here praying, meditating, just like Lord, please, like, ooh, I don't want to be here. Why I gotta be here? I don't
Girl,
want
I
to
was
be
I
here.
was
Why
I
I
was
gotta be here?
literally crying. Like you won't hire no
Mhm.
help. The help I got is damn near illiterate. You won't do none better. You say you coming in here, you won't. You won't fix this, you won't fix that. I'm asking you what the fuck is going on. You don't know what the fuck is going on. But honey, that new white lady said she wasn't playing with his ass.
Nah, cause she's not about to do all that. She's not about
She's
to work
not.
that extra hard. No, we're not gonna complicate things.
Girl, they be looking her ass be leaving early. Good for her. She be making up her
Mhm.
lunch hours. Good for her. Good.
Your
Good.
time is precious. Your time is that's the most valuable
That's
currency
one
that you
thing
can
you can't.
have.
That's one thing you
So
can't
it's
get
like,
back.
yeah. So the way I choose to, use my time means a lot. So no, I don't
And
blame her.
and I don't blame her either. If I really knew, but see, she already knew he was a piece of shit. That's why she left the first time, and then you hired her back. So, like, good you leave early. Good you stay late on your lunch. Good because I'm the one. Oh, let me get back. Oh, let me get back. Oh,
Mhm.
right? Because you really be thinking, right? These jobs, I'm telling you, like you always, and luckily, I've always had another stream of something, right?
So
But
that's a good thing.
think of people who don't though. Think of people who
Mhm.
say, "Well, my job, girl, if they don't overpay you now, do you think they're gonna overpay you when you die?" Quit telling me you got insurance on your job. You sound like a fucking fool. Like, don't do that. You sound crazy. You just sound
And the
crazy.
amount that they have is like really, really low. You sometimes a lot of times you can purchase that extra, but come on now, that's all
Most
you
people
feel
have
that I'm
about
worth.
20, 25,000. Like in when they get those units, it'd be like 10, 15, 20, 25. Most people like, I'm gonna do
I
25.
talked to somebody that had 5.
Now I talked to somebody yesterday and they had 5, but they had A&D, which is
Okay, so
accidental
that was
and
just
dismemberment.
accidental. Yeah.
It was
Okay.
they I got A&D. I said, what is that? You gotta die with a piano falling on your head or get
Right.
hit by a bus. Like you This is another thing that I found out. Somebody had a heart attack, right? You're driving, you have a heart attack, you slam into a wall, and you die, right? They don't pay out because you didn't die of the accident, you died
You
of a
die
heart
from that
attack.
heart attack.
Because I had someone to say, Keisha, can you look over this for me? I was like, yeah. I read it over. I said, here. I highlighted, like, because, like Coach Alvin saying, if they read it, it's the truth. If you say it, it's a lie. I said, here, read this. Wait a minute, what? Yeah. So they're saying he died of the heart attack, not that he slammed into the wall and died. How can I fight this? You can't. It's a clause
Mm-mm.
in the policy that he signed. There's nothing that you can do about it. I mean, like, or you died while on vacation, or you died when you went on the premises. They don't pay for that in a lot of cases.
How about that's why they have you clock out for your lunches, you know, because
Yeah.
if you leave off those premises, they already stating that they're not liable. They're
I
not
had
liable.
someone to get killed on their lunch hour.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't liable because you weren't out on their clock.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Yep.
the things that I live to teach. This is why I think everybody should get their life insurance license, just so they can have financial literacy and know, right? And just some things you don't know,
And
right?
it's
You
okay.
don't
Learn it.
know. And it's okay. I didn't know. Like, you gotta know, right? And I was like thinking about, damn, I should get my real estate license. Girl, that real estate license, you had to do so much. The shit was about 5 G's. And I was thinking, people here ain't even buying houses like that. Do you really want to do that? No, you need to get in a field where you're paid lucrative. You don't have to leave your house, and you have startup money.
Everybody.
Startup money is
Everybody need it.
$99. I spend $99 at Ross. Run me my state appointed license, the same kind that the barbers and the real estate people and all of these people have. I got state appointed license for $99. Boy, if you don't run me them license
Look, in multiple states.
in multiple states. And I
In
can, the
multiple
minimum I've
states.
ever made was 150 an hour. And I can start making money the same day. Come on, let's run them. Before I take a test, I can make money. Come on, run me them. Give me that. Run me them.
Exactly. I was about to say that. I'm like, look, and actually, you don't even, you don't even have to start out doing the life insurance. You can, hey, start making money easily.
Because everybody you know got house insurance, car insurance, they need life insurance. It's just so many different streams of income. And that's why I be saying, like, you don't have to work a job. And I'm not dissing people work a job. I've always had a job. This is the longest I've never not had a job in my adult life, right?
Hmm.
But I will also say that it was a lot of times. I remember I used to, my desk was like, my little area was right in front of a window, and I used to look out the window, and I would get teary eyed because I would look at the cars like, I wonder where they going. I wonder where they going. I wonder where they going. Because I couldn't get outside, right? I have $250,000 on my job and 100K with AAA. We talked about that, Robert. We talked about that. I would definitely say with your job, looking, you were going to send me, but that was maybe 6 or 7 months ago. I told you to send me your job policy, and I will look it over for you, and make sure if it's anything you need to go to take HR to change, you do that. I gave you my email address, n.d.smith at sbcglobal.net, which is Nikisha Danielle Smith at sbcglobal.net. You never sent it. But I always like to do free policy analysis. You can white out all your information. I don't need it. I don't want it. But I do like to look at people's job policies and say, hey, I don't like this clause. Go in here and see if you can change this, add this, subtract that. Go in here and here you go. Or I look at it and say, this is perfect. Keep it. If the job offers it, keep it. But if the job
Hmm.
closes tomorrow, you retire from the job, they fire your ass, they close down, that's out the window. It's gone.
Exactly.
So those are things you have to remember when you have more on your job than you have that you own. You always have more that you own and less on your job. You always remember that. And if you got adult kids, get policies on your adult kids. If you got grandkids, get policies on your grandkids. If you have living parents, get policies on your parents. Because guess what? My mom is getting ready to retire. She can't take that policy with her.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. You've been working somewhere 40 years and you can't take that policy with you.
How about
It's crazy.
imagine? Remember that story that we listened to where a lady, she actually worked the job for like 40 years, and then she got sick with cancer. She was working the job. However, the job, they switched the company that they were dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
their insurance company. And when she passed away, because they switched insurance
Mm-hmm.
companies, that new company did not pay.
Yeah, and they
That
and
new
it's
company did not pay that death claim.
they don't have really they don't have to. And something else. I had a client. The wife got insurance with me. The husband, smart ass, said he didn't want no outside insurance. His job, woo, woo, woo. I'm thinking that job ain't overpaying you not, bruh. So why do you trust and overpay your family? But I digress, right? So the insurance company told them that they had 60 to 90 days to pay out on a death claim. So she boo-hooing and crying. I helped her with the GoFundMe, but I was pissed as hell that you don't work at this job all these years. They won't hurry up and cut you no check. You don't want to leave your husband body out because he white. You can't leave him out a long time. So she crying. I'm like, look, girl, don't worry about it. I'm gonna help you with this GoFundMe and we're gonna get this done. But he kept saying, my job, my job. Boy, they don't care nothing about you.
The
Nothing
yo
about you.
group policy is not even assignable to the funeral home. That's the reason why you guys had to still even do the GoFundMe. And the fact that
But
it's gonna take you 60 to 90 days to pay out, what am I supposed to do?
they told her she
60
would
to
have
90
to
days?
wait 2 weeks. She would have to wait 2 business weeks. So I guess that was 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
You can't leave white people out for 10 days. Now you can leave
No,
us
but
out
some
for
of
10 days. But they can't be out like that. If they down the Friday, their funeral be like on a Monday. They don't
mm-hmm.
we're down the first and our funeral be on the 22nd.
Because we gotta wait for everybody to come in town, and we still gotta raise money and do all this and that.
We
Trust me.
gotta have horses and carriages and buggies and shit. We don't look,
I
you
be I be
cannot
I
leave
was
us.
I was so outdone. I'm like, look, just get it over with. Like
And
I'm
then
sick.
think about this. Think about then they want you to do a GoFundMe, right? But then they're gonna say we need to raise $10,000 or $20,000. Look, no, we not doing it. We already got to pay for the funeral. You getting the basic cremation plan. We gonna come up
Yeah,
with
that's it.
five. We ain't trying to send your mama. You love them. We don't love them. We just want them put away. So if you trying to get
Properly.
dubs, we not. This ain't imitation of life. We not gonna
No, my brother, you you gotta get your own. Do that yourself. Get somebody else to do it. At this point,
get
look,
anybody else to do it. We not doing this, right? But we have to start educating more people. We got to start getting out to the people. This is my crusade. A lot of people say, I haven't seen you on YouTube. I'm definitely going to come back on YouTube. I'm definitely going to talk about a personal topic maybe once. I'm going to try to get on her at least once a week or record something and then just upload it. But I got other fish to fry. Like if y'all still having man problems, that is a privilege.
okay.
My friend today we were talking about that. It is a privilege if the only problem you got is a man problem. That's a privilege. Why is it a privilege? I got a family member over on life support. I know somebody else who's looking for a kidney. I know somebody else who died and they got four
Mm-hmm.
kids and ain't got nothing to feed them. You sit up here crying because somebody, girl, it's 7 billion people in the planet.
Go get you another one.
Okay.
I think somebody said, wait a minute, one of them comedians said that if he ain't acting right, go get you another one. He don't act right, you go get you another one. Do it right, get you
Let they ass
go
cheat in
get
peace and
another
sit
one.
down somewhere.
No.
We spend too much time. I look back on my life and I was thinking, think about I was with him for 8 years, this one for 7 years, this one off and on for 4 years, this one I was with for three. When I add that up, I should be 800 years old. Like, what the hell was I doing? Somebody had to be overlapping or something. I don't know. But just think about all the time I've wasted, my good, healthy years, my good healthy years, my quick moving years, my supposed to be somewhere on tour years,
At
wasted and
least
look back.
at least you still got time. You still look
And I
good,
got
right?
none of them to be wasting. Like, look at Robert
Exactly.
laughing. I don't pay him no mind neither. Like, I don't.
I don't have no more time to waste either. Sure, I was with
What up?
somebody for 18 years. I'm not doing it. No,
But
no,
think
sir.
about, you went with him for 18 years. That wasn't your only boyfriend, your only
Prior to
husband,
him
your
was,
only.
yeah,
And add
yeah.
up, I
Prior to
was with
him,
him,
it was. Hmm.
and then prior to him, and then after him, and before him, and then get the hell on somewhere. I got other stuff to do. Like, I don't
Too
need really.
much.
I need a business partner, and I need to be moving and grooving. I just don't have a whole lot of time. I don't have a whole lot of time to be playing around. I think Tanisha done spent her phone. Just don't
I
have a
think
whole
what
lot of
happened.
time to be playing around with somebody. It's time to make some changes. It's time to move, just move the needle. It's time to definitely move the needle. Definitely move the needle. And think about how many people, Tanisha, I can't see you. Did you mute?
I
Nope.
don't know what happened.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Hit your
I know
screen.
I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to do, Keisha. Hold on.
It's that circle at the top that look like an arrow left and an arrow right. Oh, the
I don't know
African
what's
art
up with my
circle was so
phone.
good.
Ah,
Can you swipe?
okay, I don't like this. I'm gonna come back in. I don't like this.
I'll be right here talking to our friend.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. So y'all don't, the best advice I can give y'all today is don't waste your time. Don't waste your time waiting on people to allow you to be great. Don't wait till your boss fire you, right? Especially if you know you weren't being treated well or fairly. But don't be an asshole, right? Don't be an asshole. Treat people kindly and find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you love. Find something that lights you up, right? And I love to talk about financial services. I love to talk about money. It's one of my favorite subjects. It's just one of my favorite subjects, right? And the sense of relationships. And not just boyfriend, girlfriend. I mean like mother and daughter. I mean like co-workers. I mean women and women. I just love relations. I love to talk about it. I love to talk about how we can just be better people. I listen to so many people talk about how they live with people, especially, and I always say you young girls, but some of y'all been around since y'all was teenagers. Y'all in y'all 30s now. Y'all need to know better. If you are in love and you shacking up, honey, you need some insurance on that man. Doesn't have kids. Well, always says she's not concerned about life insurance. Girl, how do I see what you said? Hold on a minute. Okay. Oh, I've been seeing y'all. Yeah, that girl at the airport, I could have knocked her head off. Okay. My life insurance because she has prepaid for her burial and she's not leaving anything to anyone. Okay. This is a good topic and want me to tell you why. Your friend is single today. Okay. She has nobody to leave anything to today. Right. She goes tomorrow. She get diagnosed with heart problems, cancer, fill in the blank, right? She meets a wonderful man. She loves him. She gets married. Now she's uninsurable. What does she leave that man? What can she leave that man? Nothing, right? My children, this is another thing. If you have grown children or you're young, the best time to buy insurance is when you're young. Why? It's because it's cheaper. If I went to go get $1 million policy on me right now, I'm thinking it's about $400 a month. But my son can get the same $1 million policy for $100 a month. You see what I'm saying? Yes, true lover, definitely pass that on to her, right? She doesn't have insurance right now, right? She meets a man, she has children, she buys a house, she buys a new car, she buys whatever. She died, he can't afford all his stuff and her stuff. Somebody shit going back. he got to move wherever he was living, right? Because nowadays most men can't afford to take care of a home, right? So what ends up happening? Hey T,
Right, I'm back. I'm back.
I just
Look.
had a good question. The good question was, if she has a friend, she has no children, and she does not have life insurance. She has a burial plan, but she has no life insurance. And she said, "What's your thoughts on that?" I already gave her my thoughts on that. So what you think?
I think that it's still okay to have something in place. The good thing about it is because you never know what the future holds. You never know. You may not have any kids now, but in the future, you may plan on having some children. And then the best time to get coverage, of course, is actually when you're young and when you're healthy. That way, it's a lot affordable. It's easier just to add a child to your policy, and making sure that your family is still going to be properly taken care of.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
said the same exact thing. I said, "Yeah, now you young and you healthy, but shit, just think like." Even people that we know, they go to get insurance, they done gain after high school 40, 50 pounds. They
right?
big. You know what I'm saying? Ass is big, right?
Personal, I know personally. Do you understand me?
I graduated, I was 128 or 132. I used to go 128, 132. So I was always somewhere in that 5 pound range. So
Right.
I graduated, I'm gonna say 132. I'm like damn near 202. So think about that, right? So I done
I was
gained
a good
70
one. I
pounds
was
since
a
high
good one.
school.
I was a good 160.
But think
I,
about
I,
that
I,
though.
I was over. I had gained over 100 pounds.
And I
Thank God
gained
that I was
70.
able to. Thank God I was able to lose the weight. But other than that, had I still been over 300 pounds, it would have been difficult. It would have definitely been
Yeah.
difficult to get coverage because they,
And black women are just automatically off that scale that they have that shows obese, right?
yep,
So and then we have to be honest. A lot of us be saying we thick. No, you obese. Let's just keep that shit funky. Right? I'm thick. No, your ass is fat. Like we just, let's just,
it's okay, and it's okay. You still look
it's
good.
okay. You got a cute
It's
face. You got a pretty face, you know what I'm saying? But you's a little fat. And we gotta be okay with saying no. We're not thick,
hmm
we're obese. I went to the African Arts Festival yesterday. I didn't have to walk far, but I could tell I was fat on my feet because I was going, now I was looking cute, but this
right,
heart feel like it was like a 75-year-old lady heart and this 50-year-old lady
girl.
body. I was like,
Your
no,
heart,
Birkin.
your hips, your legs. You be like, look, I did not come out here to do
Thighs
to
sticking
do all
together.
this.
My back of my thighs looking like Morris Code. I said,
Exactly.
"Oh
Like, wait a
hell
minute.
no, boo." You know what I'm saying? No, boo. You knew, right? So I was like, okay, Keisha, you don't want heart disease. Most of us have heart disease. Most of us are
Hmm
pre-diabetic or diabetic. We got high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to do something about this, right? Luckily, I was still able to get heart insurance, but a lot of people haven't. I was breathing so hard once I thought somebody else was in the room. Oh, that's what I kept. I was walking. I was like,
You be like, wait a minute.
uh, uh, that's how I was walking up them hills yesterday. I was walking like Sophia going to shave Mister. I was like,
Just pow, 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 pow.
my body was going, ooh. I said, shit shaking, loosey goosey. I said, oh, nah, baby, nah, go beast. You sound like that doctor. I told him I didn't want to
We
be
can't.
skinny. I'm thick. He said, okay, as long as you don't go to skinny. I'm about to pass. This is the thing.
It's okay to be thick.
But
Cause
we
I'm
gotta
a big
talk
girl.
about what is really what I mean, like this
Yeah,
is
I'm
I
I'm a
made a
big girl.
video about that about 15 years ago called Fat. I think Fat versus Thick. I think it's somewhere still on YouTube because I still see it pop up every now and then. Like fat over your elbows, fat over your knees, like back looking like hungry hippo, like a busted can of biscuits, all this shit. And these men telling me it looked good. And then I fucked around and somebody took a picture from me in the back. Girl, my back was looking like this, like a whole bunch of number threes. I said,
Keisha,
happened?
stop
No,
playing. Don't start. No,
I done
you
got
be
lipo
saying
on my
you be
back.
saying slick shit, and you just said it just it's like you just go. I'm like really like a number three though. Really.
My back was looking like this. I went home and slapped the shit out of my boyfriend. I said, yeah, you done seen me from the back. You ain't say shit.
And you ain't say. He said he like it. He like it.
But see, you like it because you thinking, you a little fluffy, you ain't going nowhere. No, I will go somewhere big or little. Like, my back look like the Michelin tire man. You see this shit? You ain't said nothing.
Not
I'm
the
going to get
Michelin
lipo on my
tire.
back. I done got lipo on my back twice.
I need to do that.
I went when I was 36 years old, but I went here in the States. The problem about lipo in the States is that they only can take out so much fat.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Back of your neck. No, my back of my neck is still the same color of my body.
He said that's a sign. My neck. I'm a big girl. My neck ain't black though.
Your neck ain't
I
black,
ain't
but
one of them.
they neck be leather. When you get, a lot of times when you get too big, your neck be looking like black leather back there, and you be thinking it's dirty, but it
be
ain't.
looking like tar. Looking like tar.
But that is really a hormone deficiency. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a hormone. That's what the doctor said. Like, he was just like, look, you're pre-diabetic. I'm like, y'all been saying this for a long time. He said, and you ain't lost no weight. Girl, I'm hollering. I said, nigga, you cap. But I lost some weight because you can't have a tummy tuck when you can't lipo or a tummy tuck when you obese, right? You got to lose some weight. So I got down to like 185. I done gained that 15 pounds back. But if you think about the life expectancy, that's just like you. You weigh more than me, but you're in better shape than me. Right? So people will look at somebody skinny and think they in good shape. I had a lot of people I had to turn down that was skinny because they was fucked up. Like, you don't know. So your friend who's saying I'm gonna get it later, no, she may be good now, or she good on the outside because she's skinny. Heart may be bad, lungs may be bad, a lot of stuff may be bad. So while you're healthy, you got a clean bill of health, you better get you some life insurance. You better get it right now. Because if I go to get some life insurance now, I probably won't pass. If I went to go get it right now today, I probably wouldn't pass for the amount.
Or you be paying a whole lot more.
Because how do they judge your life insurance? It's lifestyle, age, and habits. Yep. Those are the three things that's how you judge how much life insurance you get and how much you pay for your age, your lifestyle, and your habits. So if you are already 50, you smoke, and you overweight and got something going on with you, then if they're able to approve you, it's going to be high.
Prepare to pay.
So I tell, if you got young girls or you got young guys or if you got a boyfriend, a girlfriend, young kids, get some insurance now while they're healthy, because you can get $1 million for $100 a month, probably less than $100 a month. Mm-hmm. If they smoke, you can still get it because it's high if you smoke. If you smoke, you can still get $1 million. Like, don't play with that. Like, do not play with that. And girls, ladies, if you are going to bed with a man, I don't care if you live with him or not. If you don't have life insurance on him, his mama got my mama got a policy on me. Is your mama over there whipping these cookies? No, you whipping these cookies. So you need some life insurance. So if you die, I ain't finna be frying no place. And your mama got a policy, but your mama ain't gonna say nothing. Your mama gonna make me pay for it because she gonna redo her bathroom. Every time somebody die, these mamas do their bathroom, their kitchen, and go on a time join the cruise. That's all the three things they do.
I done seen it done. Personally, you be like, wait a minute. Like you said, girlfriend got to do everything, and the mama sitting back there sitting pretty. Can't wait for that death certificate to come in so she can
But really, but think about that. Is that the mama's fault or the girlfriend's fault?
It's not. That's the girlfriend's off top, because you gotta think a little bit smarter than that.
But whose mama ain't telling them? What kind of mamas got you? Some people don't have a mama to tell them, but who mama will let them move in with a girl and not say, or move in with a guy and not say to that girl, hey, when he died, you can't move back in with me. So you need a policy on him, daughter. Or
well, some moms don't have, some mothers don't even have life insurance themselves. A lot of mamas And they be okay with that. They be okay with no, I don't have nothing.
That's what this man told me. He said, I got 5 kids. They better bury me. I said, is that their responsibility though? I
And
told
some
my
of them,
son too. I told
yeah,
him the
I don't
same
like the way
thing.
they be talking.
Y'all need insurance on each other. Because if you die, I'm gonna go out the country. Me and your father got insurance on you, but she needs some on you too. She live with you.
Hmm.
Hey, how are you? Like she live with you. I don't live with you. And then just think if you
Exactly.
live with somebody and they pay the
Y'all share
bills,
responsibilities. Y'all share. Y'all share it. It's all yeah. I'm a struggle because I'm no you no longer here. When you passed away, your money passed away too. Your contributions passed away as well.
if my daughter
So
ever
now what?
move in a house with a man and she ain't got no life insurance on him, my name ain't what it is. I'ma be dead already. Now if she do it and I'm dead, that's on her. But hey, let me
She gonna know better.
come here,
She gonna know
Shawty.
better.
You write life insurance, write some on his ass. Well, he's I don't look. If he's not going to write no life insurance and make you the beneficiary, you don't need to leave her because if he dies tomorrow, you can't come back here because I'm moving. Every time a kid leave, I leave. My brother left, I downsized. My son left, I downsized. When she leave, I'm gonna get one damn room. I don't need no. I just need
She
one
said I don't
room.
need all that.
I don't need no but a room. Country,
And it's not beneficial
recording yoga
unless
video.
you
I
the
can say something to you.
beneficiary.
I thought that was you,
It's
baby.
not beneficial unless you the beneficiary,
You
honey.
better know it. I already
He
told.
don't love
I
you
already
like that.
told.
She don't
I
love you
told
like
her.
that.
I told her. I said, you. And one thing that women have to know, it's an expiration date on us. We don't like to talk about that. Like right now, if you be with your best childbearing years, you spent it with a man that ain't gonna act right. At least you know he gonna die and you'll be taken care of. Because he ain't take care of you in life. That's I'm telling you what God loves. I'm telling you, I'm waiting on some people to die. Y'all will see because I'll be around here stunned. I'll be around here stunned. Can my boyfriend change the
No.
beneficiary? No. This is
Not
what
if you
we'll
the
do.
not if you the irrevocable. You better get to be that irrevocable.
This is what we'll do. We'll make you the owner of the policy. Okay. Then we'll make you the beneficiary of the policy. But I suggest you pay it because what he'll do is get mad at you and stop paying it. And
Hmm.
then it'll lapse. But if you pay it every month, then you'll be okay. Right. And all you're doing is buying money. And a lot of men be telling me, she ain't finna get rich off my debt. Well, you want out on the street? You don't care about how your kids? You just don't give a damn. Oh, okay, cool. Hey girl, he don't like you.
Talk
You need to
about
get you
that
another
part.
boyfriend. He don't
Talk
like
about
you,
that
boo.
part. How
Get you a,
talk about
get you another boyfriend.
talk about how a lot of men don't get life insurance because they really and when you try to bring up the fact that hey you got kids that you want to leave something for, when you think about it again, do they really take care of their kids now?
You know what? My last boyfriend. Um, I was gonna say the last one.
Yeah.
It's a percentage that I have for his child, and then
Mhm.
and the rest of it is mine. Why? I pay it every month, right?
Mhm.
That he only has one. She's gonna be fine, but I'm very mindful that we don't have any children together, right? I would never dish your kid,
Nah.
right? But still, you may get married down the line. And if you own it, she may make you not pay it no more. Because I am the irrevocable beneficiary. You can change it if you wanted to. But I'm also the owner and the
Right.
payee and the beneficiary. I'm every woman. Okay. So therefore
Mhm.
you do whatever what the fuck you want to do. I don't care what you do. I'm telling you, ladies, I'm telling you, make sure you are not out here. I was gonna say fucking for fun, but that's what basically what I'm saying. Make There I go. There I go.
But
Hey,
it's the
boo.
truth.
There I go.
It's the
Make
truth.
sure you're not out here getting clowned on, and we need to get. Oh, baby, we can get that done tonight. We can get that done tonight, right? We need to make sure that we're talking about this because my best childbearing years, I think about, and that's your prime time. Yo,
Hmm.
21 through 39, you better really be thinking about them years that you playing with people, right? Like you got to think about them years, and then you sit back and you be sitting over here and you be thinking, damn, like what was that about? Right? That is why you have to really be smart. You got to really be smart. Not before I fly to Jamaica. Yeah, do it before you leave. Because if he die while you in the air, we'll make sure you pay by the time you land. Do it now. Do don't wait. Do not wait. Shit, do it now. If it's on your mind, do it now. Because I tell
Hmm.
you, you wait and you wait. This one lady said, man, I was gonna call you. Well, you should have called because now he done had a car accident. Like that man was on, I mean, that motorcycle accident. He in the hospital, Keisha, where he
It's too late.
almost
Look,
finished.
and then I can right.
When he signed his name, he didn't pay. He does not have an active policy and he on life support. What you want me to do? Like,
Nothing.
it was
And I think that
$29.
breaks. Yeah, that breaks your heart. I told you what was it? We are May now, so like in the month of April. No, it was in March, where I had two different women who was Tanisha, I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna get with you, so I can get some coverage for me and
I
my
remember
kids.
that. I
And they
remember
end
that.
up passing away. Both of them. Both women end up leaving here, and guess what they had to do? A GoFundMe. Guess what? They have kids, like more than one, multiple children. Now that's left without mom and no money.
I would definitely. I think my biggest fear was dying and leaving my kids with no life insurance. That was my.
Hmm.
I would pay my life insurance before I would pay my rent because I kept thinking my kids weren't spoiled, but every year we had summer vacation. They was in private school. Tia didn't. She everything she if she ate it. She read the ingredients. It had to be organic. She only liked to shop at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. Ain't nobody finna be putting up with them. They
Right.
played. They
They know
I'm like,
that's
bitch, you
like
better wake the fuck up and raise these motherfucking kids. Who gonna raise them? They
I
all
can't
played
do
sports.
it.
They didn't want to be bothered. They played all the sports. I was the mama who took all the kids from the game. I dropped off
Hmm.
Gatorade every game and chips every game. And then I had a boy and a girl. So whoever took them would have to have two extra bedrooms. So I left them enough money where my mom can buy a new house. I left enough money where my mama didn't have to go to work. I left enough money where their college would be paid for and they could buy a new car when they turn 16.
Hmm.
Because you don't want to leave nobody your broke ass kids. Don't nobody want your broke ass kids. They ain't not leaving
Okay.
my mama. Shit, not if I'm your mama. If I'm your mama and you ain't got no insurance, they better, all of y'all better die together or you better make sure you got a policy because I can't afford nobody broke ass kids. I don't care who kids they are. I don't
And
want
these
nobody
mothers
broke ass
be
kids.
that's a lot to even leave on your parent, on your mom. I
I
think it
don't
was a
even.
young lady.
Girl, shit.
It was a young lady. I know
Uh-uh.
that I think she had about 10 kids, 10 or 11 kids, and she passed away actually doing after she had her last child. That's how she died. Um, but mom, she was on there. She was trying to figure out. She like, I have to do something to keep all these kids together. 10 kids.
My friend daughter died and had 8 kids, and she had to do a GoFundMe just to buy school clothes. Fucking take her. And then
See what I'm saying?
the daddy mysteriously disappeared. Now my friend, 51 years old, stuck with all them damn kids, and it's like, whew.
Wow.
So this is the thing about your mom. Your mom is 75 with heart disease. This is the thing. I have another company that we deal with, and they take you up to like 80, 85 years old. And I don't know. I think one of the questions, I know one of the questions they ask is the person in their right mind. Is they bedridden?
Asking, trying to make sure that they need somebody to help take care of them, basically.
And I think the other one, I don't know if it's brain or heart they ask about. But I'm gonna give you my phone number, 314 282 5563. 314 282 5563. 314 282 5563. Text me. And then I'll make sure I check that out and I will answer for you. The thing is, they only go up to $30,000. in life insurance with that company if you have pre-existing. Now, if your mom is 75, this is the thing in your head. It sounds like not your head, but in our heads, 75 sound like it's super old. It's not, right? In real life,
Mm-mm.
it's not super old. But the thing is, in life insurance age, the cutoff is 70. So we would have to go through a secondary company, which is Prosperity Life. They only go up to 30,000, but at least you would have something. Another thing that you can do, if your mom is 75 years old and she has a heart condition, what you may want to do, and I don't know if this sounds too harsh, is to get a prepaid funeral. If you have brothers and sisters, maybe y'all can do something. If y'all, now my family, I'm just tell you my business. I got a family member who they supposed to been putting money away for mama's funeral. One of them went on a boat, tried to double the money, spent the damn money, and then when mama passed away, it wasn't no money because they went on the boat and they spent it. That's the truth, right? So I would suggest that you go to your local funeral home or the funeral home y'all usually go to for your family, and they'll let you make payments on a prepaid service. You can make payments like a layaway plan. You can put down a down and you can make monthly payments every single month. And then though the prices go up, that payment that you start, just say if you started June of 2023, even if inflation hits it in August or whenever, they'll leave you at that same rate. So all you have to do is make your down payment and things are taken care of. But I cannot even stress how important it is to get life insurance while you're younger and you're healthier. I wish I would have bought more for myself when I was younger.
Yep.
Yeah, when I was younger, I should have just bought more, 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 more. Clear of breast cancer for 8 years would still be pre-existing. This is
Think
a
you'll
good
be
thing.
good. You'll be good.
This is the good thing. They just want you to be in remission at least 5 years, right?
Hmm.
Because I wrote somebody who had been in remission for a while and she was good. I definitely didn't know that. Great info at your number. Yes, please. Please, 314-282-5563. And Tanisha, you can give them your number too.
708-690-4219. 708-690-4219.
Definitely
Yes,
look
yes.
out. Definitely look out. And make sure that you have these conversations with your family. If y'all are not doing nothing today, do you have a link, Tanisha?
I can get it. I can get it. I'm gonna see if I can get it and post it.
Yeah, post it in the
Can I post it
comments.
in the comments?
Mm-hmm.
Hold
You
on
can
one
post
second.
it in the comments. Oh yeah, because we're doing a presentation tonight. We're doing a presentation tonight, and we're definitely talking about generational wealth. We're talking about how to make money from home. We're going to be talking about the pay, which is great. We talk about like your mom who's 75. If she gets Medicare, definitely give me a call. I've been helping people in our community find so much money. It's a lot of people in our communities with people who look like us who's on Medicare, but guess what? They're not getting all of their benefits. I don't need your mama's social. I don't need none of that. All I need is your name, your mama name, your phone number, and an email address. They'll reach out and they'll say, "Oh, Miss Smith, you have the best policy that you qualify for. Great." But if not, they'll say, "We found you $200 extra a month. We found you a voucher to the gym for free. We found you food vouchers. We found you pharmacy vouchers." I've been around here hooking up everybody. Me and Tanisha have really, really, really been out in this community changing lives like real deal. Just turned 77 and have 39. So are we good? This is the thing. Does your mom have any bills? Does your mom own her house? Does your mom have, this is the thing you have to think about. For a funeral, mom is good. Does mom have a husband? Because if mom still has a husband left, get mom a funeral for I don't know where y'all live, but you can get a good funeral for mom for $5,000 or $6,000. Then the rest you can actually, if she give it to dad or pay the house off or pay the bills up, so dad won't have to go into a home or go somewhere. Because a lot of times when women die, they haven't built up enough Social Security and pension as a man does. Because men back then were the providers. So
Hmm.
make sure that your mom, if your mom just has to get a funeral, she's great. I'm sure mom don't have no liberty babies at that age, so she has nobody to take care of or anything like that. But you can definitely get and make sure. Oh, this is what you need to do. Go tell mama I need to see your paperwork. Make sure mama ain't borrowed off that daggone life insurance policy, because everybody's mama's policy I looked at, they done borrowed against it, and now the policy worth $200 because mom took a loan out on it, never paid it back. That 8% interest ate up the face value because they just took out her monthly payments out of the face value. So it started at 30, but then they charged her $200 a month. Now it's 28,000. They charged her another. Then that went down, and it just kept going down and down and down and down and down. So make sure mama ain't borrowed off of it first. Second of all, because with that policy that small, it sounds like she got one of them whole life policies. Second thing is make sure mama's beneficiaries ain't dead. Because most of them had their husband or their older kid. That kid died. Mama been so devastated. Mama never changed it out of my brother's name. My brother is dead. My daddy is dead. What do we do?
Yes. I just had that experience happen. A friend of mine, his mom passed away, and she had her mom as the beneficiary. Horrible, and she was gone.
I
They
did
had to
that
go
though.
through a they
I
had to
left
go
my
through a
daddy.
whole they had to go through a whole lot to get that money.
You gotta get a lawyer for that. You need a
Yeah.
lawyer.
you
You
gotta
need
go
a
through a lot.
lawyer. Yeah, I had my dad down as the beneficiary. My dad had been dead so long on this little policy I had. I called and switched to my uncle's name, but I had forgotten I had the policy, and then I forgot my daddy was the beneficiary. So that's for everybody. And then another thing, stop putting your children that's under 18 down as your beneficiary. Because when you die,
Huge.
they have no ID. They cannot sign no paperwork. They cannot bury you. You will be in somebody's deep freezer, or they would have to do a GoFundMe. Your mom lives in Miami and no husband. Okay, so does your mom have any debt she needs to pay off, any house or anything like that? If not, don't worry about it. If not, that'll be enough. And make sure that the beneficiaries are straight. And make sure mom ain't borrowed on it. And if she say she ain't, that's great, mama. Can I see it? I ain't
Check
calling
it.
you no lie, mama. I need to just see it for myself. I
Yeah,
need to
you have
look
to.
at
We
it.
have to learn how to check those things.
We don't really want to check behind our mama because that's our mama. But you got to
Sometimes you
check.
have to. Yeah, sometimes you definitely have to.
Yeah,
Let me
my
see. Let me
grandma.
see my grandmama policy.
Auntie, let me holler at you. He said, Auntie, let me holler
let
at
me
you.
see. Let me see my grandmama policy.
Let me holler at you,
Absolutely.
Auntie.
And that should be something that we should do on a regular basis. Just kind of checking your coverage, seeing where you are.
People,
Um,
yeah, that is a good that's a
you
good
have
idea.
to.
That's a good idea.
You have
We
to.
need to
And
start
then
having
you'll be
more of
able
these
to recognize,
conversations.
does this person, do I still even want this person to be my beneficiary?
I don't even
Is
like
this
it.
person really gonna take care of what needs to be taken care of?
Yeah, this lady said that her sister was the beneficiary because she the oldest, but did nobody mention her sister done start snorting dope. I said, what? And now my mom is out of her mind, and
She's
her,
not able to.
she's not able to change it. That's
That's
that.
a good thing then, Robert. He said it's just him and
Yeah,
his sister that's gonna split. Yeah.
yeah. Well, right, you knew the answer for you asked. It went $30,000 for a funeral. Unless y'all plan on, and don't let them people get y'all in them funeral homes. I have started putting together funerals for people, and I be sitting there with the family, and I be looking. Oh, Mama deserves to go out in style. Mama deserves this, and I be thinking, Mama is deceased. Okay.
I was trying to post it. Keisha, you may have to post it because it won't let me comment.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah.
The things we
We
need to
gonna
do.
get you in
Pass
there.
on wheels. My cousin went through here. My uncle's money out the bank accounts. Now, this is the thing about bank accounts. The thing about bank accounts is that they have to be their power of attorney. I had that same situation with my daddy. My daddy was in the hospital. My daddy ended up when my daddy was in the hospital. My sister and I was paying his bills, right? And what happened was my daddy's checks was going to the bank. So when my daddy check went to the bank, We didn't get none of the money. At the time, we didn't need it. My daddy dies. So nobody is his power of attorney. I had to go. I signed all the paperwork at the funeral home. So the funeral home wrote me a letter saying that I was his power of attorney. And then I had to get it notarized. And the bank, I take it to the bank, and they released him. They gave me a cashier's check for what he had in the bank. That's what you need to do. And then you have to also make sure. That's another thing. If I had kids, I would definitely make sure I had. Well, I got kids; they grown. I would definitely make sure I had a will because I had enough money. They would have been over there killing each other to get them kids. They just wanted to get my money. Now, one of them daddies is all right, but that other daddy, Tricky Ricky, baby, he would have been over there fighting to get that baby because she was coming with a pretty price tag. She was coming with a pretty price tag.
Baby, you worth how much? You worth $500,000. You worth $1 million. I'll take the babies.
Right, I take
Everybody
Blue
want the
Ivy.
babies then.
Be over there playing
Everybody
with my
gonna
baby
take
like
them.
she Blue Ivy or somebody. Give me my
Baby, because
damn baby.
she worth $500,000. She worth a meal. She worth
Girl,
$250,000. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you, baby? Come on.
ain't no way I have a baby and wouldn't have a will. People be fighting over your baby.
Mm-hmm.
People be fighting over your baby. Let me give you the Zoom link. It's 314-458-1617. The code is vision. It's 314-458-1617. And the code is vision. That's the code if you want to come tonight. But yeah, these kind of conversations. Oh, yours came through late. It's 314-458-1617, and the code is vision. So definitely hop on tonight. Y'all, we
7
have
p.m.
to. Yep,
7
7
p.m.
p.m.
Central
Central Standard
Standard
Time.
Time.
So we got another like 45 minutes. But we have to come, we really have to come having these conversations. Kind of old school and keep everything private. Any tips on? Now this Tanisha's better with them kind of things.
You may just have to have a round table discussion. See, for me, that's something that my mother she's really open about it. At one point in my life, I didn't want to talk about it. But the truth is, you just have to let mom know, look, mom, I just want to be prepared. And you just have that round table discussion. If you got to go in there and just, they keep stuff in their file cabinets and under their mattresses and things like that, you probably just have to sneak that on in there one day. Go over there. It's just
That's
you
what
and
I was
her.
gonna say. I didn't want to say
Go.
that
It's
first.
just
So
it's just you and her, and you just sit down and you had that conversation. Probably talk about you and what you have. Mama, you the beneficiary of my policy. Um, who you got your insurance through? How much you got? Let me see it. Let's just make sure everything is okay. Just kind of just probably just kind of ease on into that situation. For real, that's how I would do it. Go over there when ain't nobody there. It's just you and mama. Look, whatever you got to do to find out that information.
now
You can't.
that was the nice Cancer Tanisha question. I mean answer. That was her nice answer. I'm
Keisha,
more
what
like,
what what you gonna say? Keisha, what you
hey
give me your
mama,
policy?
hey mama, where your policy at? What damn policy? Your life insurance policy. It's in there. Well, mama, if you die, who know how to get it? Like, don't nobody know where it's at. Well, you don't need to
Mm-hmm.
know. Well, mama, you'll just be up in the freezer. You just want to be up in the freezer? Okay, well, cool. Okay, you want to be in
Right.
the freezer? You just want to be sitting up in there? Okay, cool.
Right. I thought you wanted to be in that mausoleum.
You said you want to be in the mausoleum. They're gonna put you in the backyard. That what you want? That what you want? Really, honestly, I'm more of a hey, I'm not real. I'm working on my roundaway talk, but I'm so passionate about it. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna let
You
you
real
put
direct.
me out here. I'm really direct with stuff. So if she and my mom and I are totally different. My mom and I are night and day. So I do handle my mom more gentler than my usual. But I'm like, Mom, I know that I'm your favorite, which I'm the oldest, so I always say that. I know that I'm your favorite, and I know you don't want me around here looking crazy. So could you please let me know where your stuff is? I don't want to see it. I don't have to look through it. Just tell me where it is. Another thing that we do for our clients, just say, if we're going to say shoe lover. Shoe lover is my client. I'm going to say, hey, shoe lover, do me a favor. Give me 5 people that you know, love, and trust. Because if something happens to you, they need to know how to get in contact with me. Give me their phone numbers and I'm going to call them. Hey, my name is Nikisha, shoe lover. Actually, I send a text so you can send to them so they'll know I'm calling. Then I say, hey, hey, Miss Johnson, did shoe lover tell you I was going to be calling? Great. I am her insurance agent. I just want to introduce myself. I need to speak to you for about 5 minutes via Zoom. I want you to see my face. I'm going to give you my information, her information at the top. Yours go in the middle. I want to do it via Zoom so you can read through it. And if you have any questions for me, I will be able to answer them. Well, I'm the beneficiary. I can't give you any of that information. You are the contact person. So we usually ask for 5. Why? Because 2 of them are going to be so devastated, they're not going to know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
2 people are going to lose my information, and one of these people are going to get in contact with me. So I asked for at least 5. And you were one of those 5 people that she trusted. So that's a blessing to be a blessing. Let me give you my information. Just hop on Zoom, look this over. I'm going to have a copy. You're going to have a copy for your records, and home office is going to have a copy. Is that okay? And they say yes. So what I do is jump on there. Hey, Miss Johnson, I'm Nikisha. Just want you to have a voice with a face. This is my information. This is where I am. This is my personal cell, my business cell, and my office phone number. Here's my private email and my business email. So you know how to reach me day or night. If something would happen to Shoe Lover, you reach out and you call me. I'll get the ball rolling. After you call me, you don't have to have worry about anything else. I'll take care of everything from there and make sure that you guys are taken care of. So now I'm going to be a part of this process. So don't worry about anything. If they're local, I'm going to fly. I'm going to drive out to you. If you're not
Mm-hmm.
that far, I will fly out to your house and hang out with your family, help them through the process. And because most people don't know how to plan a funeral, I can plan a funeral with my eyes closed. Hey guys, whoever the beneficiary is, hey guys, you got $200,000. I suggest you don't go over 5 or 6 thousand at this funeral. I'll help you with the cost to keep everything low. We don't have to order a casket from the funeral home. You can actually get one online. You can even get one on Walmart.com. Do not put all that money in the ground. Shoe Lover have a couple of kids. We want to make sure we put this money in a trust for them. We want to make sure they got mutual funds already started for them. We want to make sure this house gets paid off. This car gets paid off. She's paid for it for 4 years. She only got 1 more year. How much does she owe on this car? Okay, this is the budget. Whatever you want to do with this money is fine. But I just want to show you it is something else you can do with it. Put some of this in a mutual fund, right? In the next 20 years, you won't have to work anymore. She left enough money where you guys can be fine for a while. And then I help you. I go to the service and then I fly my ass back to St. Louis. But that's what I do because that's what I like to do. I like to be,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sell you a policy and you don't hear from me no more. Like after I sell you a
Nah,
policy, I always check up on you. Hey girl, how's the kids? You done had any more kids? Okay, you and your husband still good? Girl, no, I got a
I
new
hear
husband.
about. I hear about. There's a lot of agents out here that just do that, where it's just a transaction, where you're not
Yeah,
actually building a relationship. You should have a relationship with your
with your
with your
client.
agent. You do. You should
Yeah.
definitely have a relationship. I had a lady. She was like, "Yeah, my agent doesn't answer any of my questions. Doesn't answer any of my calls." I said, "No, they just appreciate your monthly premium. That's it. That's all you are to them is just a
Shit's whack.
transaction."
It's whack. They whack.
And a lot of times, a lot of people, I think we may be one of the only companies that actually do that beneficiary, making sure, emergency contacts, because a
Yeah.
lot of companies don't even care
But I
if
would
that.
definitely say it's a lot of people who may not do that because they don't see. Do you know how many millions of dollars go unclaimed?
It's a lot.
My son's dad just found out his daddy had a policy for him back in '89 when he died
Wow,
with
wow,
Prudential. Where the hell
wow,
is Prudential? Do Prudential even exist? When the
wow.
agent used to come by the house. This is the thing about them damn agents that come by the house.
Can't
A
you
lot
hear
of
me
them
sigh?
agents was stealing money. Don't hand no agent no money.
Nah, we don't want your money. Mm-mm.
No, I don't.
I don't want to
Don't hand me
touch.
no money.
No touch. No
No,
touch.
no, no touch. A lot of people were taking that money, and then when somebody died, You know what? I all I got is my name, and I keep that shit clean. I keep my name clean. Now,
That's all
hey,
you can do.
it's all I got. You know what I'm saying? So I keep my name clean. And I definitely would say we just need more crusaders out here in these streets. We need more people who are um, wanting to change lives. More people who are out here. I want to be the person. I ain't lying, and I shouldn't say this because it sounds real crazy. But when I walk into a funeral, I'll be walking in that motherfucker like,
You the superhero, ma'am. You are the superhero at this point.
yeah,
That's what I call
I
myself.
walk through. I
I call
walk through.
myself like I'm the community superhero.
I am
Okay, I'm out here saving lives.
every day. I walk through. When I walk through, I walk through.
Hmm.
And what's funny is the mamas and the wives, they be like, sit up here with the family. I'm the insurance agent. I'm sitting on the front row hugging people. They like, who is this bitch? The family like, who is this? I am
I
the
just handed
neighborhood
her.
hope dealer.
I just
That's who I
handed
am.
her a check for how many $1,000? Of course, I'm gonna sit up front.
I gave this lady a check for $432,000. She said, baby, you sit next to me. She told her
Of
kids,
course,
move your asses down here. I'm thinking, I'm sitting there. So you know the mama here, I'm
the
here, and the
babies.
kids here.
Yeah,
All right. I'm the
yeah.
neighborhood hope dealer. Cause I'm thinking, this man done died. And this was the funny thing is he didn't want no insurance. She said, I'm gonna tell your black ass what? If you die, then where me and my kids gonna go? Do you care about us? She had to really run it down to him. He did not live a year after.
Wow.
Died in a car accident. Now, what she said, Keisha, what if we didn't talk to him and I wouldn't got that policy? You brought this $432,000 over here. I got almost $500,000. I wouldn't have had shit. Where was he gonna go? In the backyard.
Hmm.
I was thinking, shit, I'm glad he signed it because y'all, like, you don't even understand. Do you want me to bring some chicken? Do you want me to bring a sympathy card? Or do you want me to walk through with a check? You need a check.
Hand me the
You
check.
need a check. You need to check you
Give me
out
them zeros.
being
Them zeros, zeros,
broken,
zeros.
broken don't go together. She fucked up.
Mm-mm.
You know, she fucked up. Her
Mm-mm.
husband died. But they went to Barbados. She took her children to Barbados.
They needed to grieve. They need
They
time.
needed to grieve. Then she
You
said,
can't go
Keisha, I'm
back to
going
that
to take
same
them to
house.
counseling.
You can't go back to that same house
She had to go
right
find her.
away.
She said, I have to leave here. My husband gone. My last baby finna get through with school. I'm just gonna buy something small enough for me. If you didn't talk to me, I would have to stay in this house with his smell in here. This house smell like him.
Hmm.
She said, I can't. I said, being broken is a motherfucker. Because when my daddy died, I was broken. When my grandmama died, I was broken. When my mama's sister died, we was broken. Her other sister died. I said, hey, I need to stop this. I done lost enough people that love me to death. I should have been a millionaire. Your life
Hmm.
insurance is the last love letter you leave to your family.
I call it love insurance. It's love insurance. How much do you really love me?
Cause I ain't finna
Yeah, it
fuck
was
around and play.
Memorial Day. Yesterday was Memorial Day. What did we ask earlier? How did they remember you? How will they remember
Or would they even remember you?
you? Mm-mm.
Would they remember you? Think about this. Think about every time you go to Walmart, right? And Mr. Walton's grandchildren ain't bagging your groceries. But I bet you they know who their granddaddy is. If I
Hmm.
die tomorrow, my grandchildren that ain't even born yet, they gonna know who Grandma Keisha was. And
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about through videotapes. They gonna say, Grandma Keisha paid for my college. You ain't never met Grandma Keisha, but Grandma
Hmm.
Keisha paid for your college. That I can bet you. Your broke ass grandmama didn't leave me shit. She left me by my goddamn self. No, I ain't gonna have one of them stories. Now,
Nah.
and my grandmama loved me. She done left me some plates and shit. You know, I got a couple of moo and a cast iron skillet. If she knew better, she would have done
She
better.
would have done definitely.
So everybody on
Definitely.
this live now, you know better. So you gotta do better. You can't be running around my job, girl. Fuck that, girl. I'm gonna make a
That
whole
job
video
don't
about this job.
that job don't care nothing about you. They don't really
No,
fuck with you, excuse my French, but they really don't. They really
they
don't.
don't. They don't. And then we wait till we get, up in age and older and buy insurance. And I be thinking,
No,
Oh
people
man.
really wait until they're really sick to get insurance, not understanding that you have to qualify for insurance. That's the thing. Don't wait
Yeah.
until you sick. Don't wait until they diagnose you with, whatever is going on with you. And then now you like, oh man, what if I die? I'm gonna die. So I need to get coverage. No, you need to do that before all of that takes place.
We
Once
need
you die,
to
can't
we need
nobody
to
do
start
nothing with
talking
you.
about that. Once you get too sick, can't nobody do nothing with you.
Can't
But help
nobody
you
do nothing
plan
with you.
pre-plan a funeral. That's all people can do. But while you still, and even if you're sick, you still can go through prosperity life and get something. Oatmeal is better than no meal. Like, and I don't even care if you go with me. If you go with somebody else, if you don't go with Tanisha, go with somebody else. I would still look over that policy for you. I would still make sure you got the best policy because at the end of the day, service is the rent that you pay to live on this earth. Don't keep letting these people
Hmm.
your kids is worth something too. Your kids deserve a good future too. Your babies deserve a legacy too. Ain't
Why
nobody
they
better
can't
than
be
your
trust
babies.
fund babies? I won't. I got trust fund babies. I wasn't a trust fund baby. Look, I wasn't one.
But if you're
But
born
my
broke, that's not your problem. But if you die broke,
exactly,
that's on you. If you
exactly,
born broke, that's not your problem. But I said
exactly.
that this my struggles and stress that I have, I don't want my grandchildren to know. I don't want them to worry about it. Now, I ain't saying, oh, they're gonna be so spoiled. They're gonna work. They're gonna know hard work, but they're not going to have to struggle because I don't have generational wealth, right?
Hmm.
And sometimes I'm $1 million woman, but I don't have $1 million, so I have to buy it to I acquire it. That's all you doing. Life insurance ain't doing it but buying money.
That's it.
You only buy money. We buy food,
That's
we buy
it.
clothes, we buy hair, but we don't want to buy no money. I got drip for sale. Why we talking? Why we talking?
I got drip for sale.
I got
I got
drip for
drip
sale.
for sale.
I got drip for sale. I sold somebody a $500,000 policy for $55. A half a million
Amazing.
dollars for 5584, and that covered her and her baby. She actually had three babies. You pay for one baby, the rest of them are free.
Hmm.
Got a $500,000. Now, how better is your baby gonna be compared to the lady next door kids? Your baby got a head start on most kids in the hood, and she
That's
got a
it.
work policy. Spend
So
whatever you
yeah,
need to spend.
I'd rather for that 500,000 to pay out.
Yeah, and then whenever that work policy come in, then put that money back to whoever's supposed to got that money. Don't put all that money in the ground.
Talk about it.
We're not
Talk
going to
about
be
it.
running around here scraping up money. We're not going to be around here finding some money. I've always heard funeral costs 30,000 plus, and now you said it could be done for 5 or 6. Now that depends on where you live. Yeah, funeral directors is a clown. Funeral directors is a clown. My friend in California said the average funeral there is about 15 to 20. You can get a nice funeral here in the Midwest for about 5 grand,
Yeah, it
right? So it
definitely
depends
depends
on
on
where
where you
you
live.
live. Yeah, they get over. Think about this. Everybody in your family died.
Especially when they know how much the policy is. That's the thing
Never tell
too.
them how much the policy
If
is.
you go in there, and especially when you assign that over to the funeral home, they know and they see exactly what you got. So yeah, they gonna want you to spend plentiful with them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You come in there with a budget. So when I come in there, I'm like, look,
Hmm.
I come in there and be like, all right, Jersey Cutie got $20,000. We not spending more than this amount. Her baby's gonna have to live. Her husband gotta live. She got a house and a car that need to be. We're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to figure this thing out. But don't come in here telling them you got this and you spend no. Ain't no doves. We ain't getting no unicorns and shit. We not getting no. So what do you buy when you have a funeral? I need to do a whole live on this, but for the shortcut, you gonna need clothes. Your family gotta bring your outfit. They can bring one from home. You gotta have panties, bra, stockings. They make you bring everything. Then you're gonna need obituaries. Then you may want a slideshow. Then you're gonna need a coffin. Where are you gonna have the funeral? Are you gonna have musicians? Are you gonna pay the musicians? Then you're gonna have to pay for them to go in the ground. Then they're gonna need that vault thing that goes down there. That's $200. That concrete vault slab thing. You got to pay the undertakers, cover them up at the cemetery. If you have it on the weekend, it costs more. You're gonna have to pay once you do the coffin, the flowers, the musicians, the repast, the limos. You got to think about that kind of stuff. Everybody gets paid at Black people funeral, but Black people. The people
Woo!
that dig the hole, the people that dress the body, the people that cut the hair, the people who sold you the outfit, the people who put them on the outfit, the obituary people, the slideshow people, the people put them in the casket, the
Everybody
people
get
put them
paid
in
but
the
the
ground,
family.
the hearse driver, gas for the hearse, the limousine driver, gas for the limo, and then you do the repast, you done bought the food, you done bought the place, and you go home broken in the 10 Commandments.
Everybody then profited off that person's death, but the family. The family go home crying and trying to figure out um
What we gonna do next
who to
week? Because you gotta
call.
take your ass back to work in three
Yeah, who
days.
to call because you're gonna have to do a payment arrangement on your bill or whatever the case may be. Yeah, because these
We're
jobs
not
all they
doing
gonna
that.
give you is three to 5 days. That's it.
Yeah, they have a lot of times you love people have to do cremation because they just don't have the money. But I definitely think a lot of people just go that route because they're not putting all that money in the ground. So it
Hmm.
just kind of just I would definitely say it depends on how much life insurance do they have, and then I don't usually recommend it. I let people say it because people get offended by that. So I let them kind of say, "What you think about cremation?" Then we can have a conversation. But I don't usually just say it off the top because people be like, "I want them to be burnt up." Well, you should have some life insurance, is what I be thinking. But yes, I can give you 23,000. Robert, you got my number. You've been calling me since Obama was in office. My number is 314-282-5563. 314-282-5563. 314-282-5563. But yeah, definitely look into we can get your mama together. So what you want to do with the funeral, think about the funeral director. They got the coffin, probably bought it for $100. They're gonna sell it to you for 2 grand. That's already a come up, right? Then they're gonna print the obituaries. Then it just kind of depends on mama needs to go home in style. Mama needs the big book obituary with the pages and the colors. Mama need a slideshow. Mama is dead, but it's for show. Mama need all the sprays. Mama need all the flowers. Mama need a big old wreath. Mama deserve that. Mama need to be, ooh, we need this nice coffin for mama. We need to embroider the top of the coffin for mama. We need to get this, put some
Hmm.
signs on the coffin. She was a this and she believed in music. We're gonna put this sign on the coffin, this sign on the coffin, this sign on the coffin. You're only gonna keep the coffin for 2 hours. This coffin finna go on the ground, right? So I'm like, look, are you sure you want to do this or you just buying off the impulse? Because if you want, we can go back home and come back tomorrow. I've took pictures of the coffins. I'll let you pick one that's in these price ranges that we talked about before we went to the funeral. We said we were only spending this much money. You said you was doing 6,000, you're at 18,000. Are you buying on impulse or do you want to spend this? I want to spend it. That's fine with me. I'll go with you. You sign off on it. Everything is good. Is there anything else I can do? Keisha, can you call and get this place? I can reserve the place for you. What else do you need? We got 4 limousines. Do you really need 4 limousines? You only got 6 people. Well, you right. We'll cut it down to 1 limousine. Everybody else have a car. If they stable enough to drive, they can drive. If they devastated, get in the limo. Do you need all of these limos? Like,
Exactly.
well, they left 20,000. I'm gonna spend 20,000. No, if they left 20,000, you need to be spending about 5 or 6 thousand.
Keep exactly and keep the rest of that.
You're gonna need therapy after this shit. You bet shit crazy now. You're gonna need therapy. Your kids gonna need therapy. Where you gonna live? Like, where you finna do?
They don't talk about that grieving process. They don't talk about going to get counseling and getting therapy.
Girl, the job will fire you. I can't tell you how many people had to take off extra days. That happened to you. You had to
Personally.
take out extra days when your dad died. They was like, okay, see you later. Bye bye.
Hmm.
I just
Went
buried
back to
my
work.
daddy. They don't
Went
give a
back to
fuck.
work and didn't have a job. I'm talking about. I think I worked one day, and that next day they called me right in that office. Brent told me, he said, get your stuff," and I'm like, "Get my stuff." I see what they getting ready to do. I know what y'all getting ready to do. Every day was an occurrence.
In life, we just have to remember, we have a short time here. This is why we need more crusaders out educating the people. This is why we are building a team of strong people who want to go out and talk to the women and men, talk to the young people, talk to the old people, go in old school, introducing
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Everybody knew who the neighborhood insurance person was. Right? Everybody knew that person, even if they was come white. And that's how I knew insurance was lucrative because white people was coming to the projects. White
Exactly.
people don't come to the projects.
Suited and booted. Suited and
What the hell
booted.
y'all out here for? What y'all giving away? What y'all doing? Right? They was coming out enslaving our people, selling them pissy poor ass policies that when they die, we got $5,000. How the hell my mama been paying on this for 40 years and y'all come to me, she got $5,000.
What
How,
we supposed to
Sway?
do with this? What we supposed to do with this? What we getting ready to do with this?
Beat your ass, sir, because you've been coming over here since I was born. I'm 45. I remember you when I was in kindergarten. How you gonna come over here and tell me this all she got? That's what she was doing. Because we don't want to get in our mama's business. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
become your business. You inherit your family's legacy or your family's tragedy. That's up to you.
That's the same thing with parents that have adult children that say, "Oh, they grown. I don't have they grown. They can get their own life insurance." But truth is, mom, if when something happens to your son or your daughter, who they gonna come looking for?
You ain't gotta
Even
tell
when they
me.
even when they married, they still gonna come looking for mama. Mama still you
Remember,
still gonna be
remember
busting your back.
that person that we had, they was living with somebody and they still was talking about, well, where they mama at? That's why I'm
Yeah.
like, I tell people, if you shacking, you need your own policy on your own piece of pipe because when something happen, that mama gonna be like, he don't live her, he live with her.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have to find out how to bury him. But I'll be playing just as dumb as his mama and put the full court press on the ass. That's your son. We weren't married. You gonna have to figure it
Right.
out. I'll be looking just as dumb as she looking. I got
And
$300
it I'll be like, this is just sad.
and got a whole policy because I gotta find me somewhere to live now. I can't take
Mm-hmm.
all my money and bury him. We weren't even married. That's still your son. That ain't my husband. That's your son.
He grown. He
Well, he
grown.
wasn't
He
grown enough to have
grown.
no insurance.
Right. You didn't talk to him about it. You didn't educate him on that, on
You
how
hear me?
important it is
You hear me?
to
You
have
better
that.
do some. You better do some with your children, because I can't help you, ma'am, sir.
And then everybody want to get these free policies or the $5 policies at they bank.
Girl, this lady come calling me. I got a credit union policy. I read over and I said it says AD. Yeah, that she said that meant something. I said that means accidental and dismemberment. If you get your
That's it.
arm cut off or your leg cut off, she told me, what? I said, ma'am, you ain't read this. You couldn't have read this.
Don't have a clue.
You ain't got a clue.
You don't have a clue.
No, those companies do not care. They will have someone in your seat before the baby. Before your obituary out, your position will be in the want ads. Don't get it twisted.
As soon as you pass away,
Don't get it twisted.
as soon as you done told the job they gone. Are they gone? Let me go ahead and get this desk filled.
They don't
Real
care about
quick.
nothing. They don't care about nothing. I got to get out for her because I got 20 minutes to prepare. We got 20 minutes.
Oh yes, yes. Yes,
We got
yes.
20
I'm ready
minutes to
because it's
prepare.
gonna be hyped and I know you getting ready to bring the heat. So I definitely
Luckily, I
gotta
got something else I got to
send
do, so
some
I ain't got
quotes
to do
out.
the whole presentation. But guys, if you're able to come out, check it out. Like, check it out. Check it out. I definitely would tell you. Tell them I invited you. Definitely come out. Hang out with us. Tell me if you learned something, right? Tell me if you learned something. Tell me if you got any questions. Y'all got my number, 314-282-5563. You can text me. If you guys decide to join my team, join Tanisha's team, get your life insurance license. It'll be the best money you've ever spent, and you can make it back in the next 24 to 48 hours. Actually, you can make it back that same day if you anything like me.
Because we got about 8 streams of income, but you gotta come check it out. Three
Yeah.
different licenses actually. So yeah, but you gotta come see. You gotta come check
Yeah,
us
let me give you
out.
that Zoom one more time. 314-458-1617. And the code to get in is vision. Vision. All small. All small letters, vision. All right, y'all. I gotta go and get prepped. I ain't gonna do too much.
Yes,
I'm gonna be
yes.
looking just like I'm looking right now. All right, I'll see y'all later.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, bye, y'all.